It is 2020. Today, I want to talk all things New Year's, goals, resolutions, aspirations. Let's do it. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today. If you are new here, my name is Kristin. I am a blogger at senseandpurpose.com, where I share my personal financial journey to empower you to take back control of your money and love life on a budget. I'm so glad you are here. I'm actually filming this in 2019, but by the time you see it, it's going to be next year. I always think that sounds so crazy when you say at the end of the year and you say, okay, I'll see you next year, but it's really like a day or two later. Just me? So I have to admit, I don't really have much of a plan for today's video. I just knew I wanted to kind of brain dump with you guys a little bit and talk about what I do when the year comes to a close and kind of how I prepare my mindset maybe and my finances for a new year. I'm really sad to see 2019 come to a close because it was an amazing year. I hope you had a great year as well. But the promise of a new year is so exciting. It's just filled with so much hope because you can do anything. You can do anything you want. So much can happen in a year's time. I mean, major life changes. I wanted to just sit down and kind of explain a little bit about what I do. So enough chit chat. Let's just get started here. The first thing that I do, I've been doing this maybe 3 or 4 years now, is sit down and kind of reflect over the past year and think about what I've accomplished, what changes have occurred, kind of where my family's been, where my finances have been, where my business has been. I kind of do it all at the same time, personally and professionally all together, I guess, because my business is just me. My business is me, my website, my YouTube channel, my Etsy shop, and that's it. Nobody helps me. Nobody works with me. So I feel like because my business is such a huge part of my life and so incredibly personal to me, I just kind of look at it as personal and professional as one. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's what I do. So anyway, I kind of look at everything as a whole and come up with a major plan, like not a detailed plan, a kind of overarching plan for the year. And I really think, what is my main theme? And maybe you guys have heard this before, the thing where you are supposed to pick a word. And I guess I shouldn't say supposed to, because there's no rule. I saw a lot of people doing this a couple years ago, and I decided I wanted to jump on board. And I think it's great because I'm somebody who makes a lot of plans. I make them kind of detailed, but I really lose myself in the follow through. I lose myself in taking action. And again, this is both personal and professional. So I don't know if that's something that resonates with you. Maybe you have some of the same struggles. I am a planner. I'm a perfectionist. I like to be organized. I like to be in control, and I have a lot of anxiety. And I think somewhere along the way, there's a quote that was in a book by Darren Hardy, and he said something to the effect of, you cannot get stuck where you're always aiming, and you're never actually firing. And that's something that I really struggle with. So that's something that I really want to work on this year. And then I obviously want to grow my business, and I want to increase my revenue. I want to increase my readership. I want to increase my viewers. I want to connect with new people, and I want to help all of you guys and serve you so much better this year. I want to increase our finances. I want our family to be in a much better position. We're still a one income family because my business does not yet generate enough revenue that I can comfortably take out a salary every single month. If you watch my budgeting videos, then you know I take out a very small amount each month. But it's nothing to write home about. It really doesn't impact our family budget at all. So I really want to grow the income that I am able to take out of my business and pay myself every single month. I want to grow my business to the point where I need somebody to help me. I need to hire somebody to take certain tasks off my plate so that I can focus on creating more content and I can focus on better serving you and helping you with your needs and your struggles. I really want to grow as a mother and a wife. I want to find more balance and I want to do it all better. So kind of looking at all of these major themes that I just rambled on to you about led me to the word growth. So my word for 2019 was action, and I kind of just explained to you why. I really wanted to get better at taking action, and I did. Not near where I want to be yet, but I definitely improved. This year, 2020, for me is going to be all about growth. Personally, professionally, emotionally, mentally, physically, I really just want to grow every single area of my life. I really feel like this is a great word for me because it kind of embodies everything that I'm looking to do this year. Now, if you guys pick a word of the year, I would love if you would leave it down in the comments and tell me why you chose that word. If you're comfortable sharing, I know it can be a really personal thing, but if you're willing to share, I would absolutely love to hear it and kind of continue this conversation a little bit down in the comments. If you like videos like this, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And if you're new here, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single week, and I would love to have you as part of my family here on YouTube. So the next thing I want to touch on is specific goals for the year. Now, I really tried to come up with very specific goals every single month and sometimes even on a weekly basis. It just depends on where I'm at with life at that time, how focused I am and how disciplined I am to really sit down and set these goals every month or every week. But I definitely do set a bunch of main goals for the year. They're not super specific, but what I do is I try to tie them into my word for the year and my theme for the year. And I kind of want everything I'm doing to feed into that word and feed into that focus for the year. When you're setting goals, it's so important to write your goals down, get them out there, get them on paper, say them, read them every single morning. It's really important to write them as if you have already achieved them. So you don't want to say, I want to lose weight. You want to say, I am in the best shape of my life. I am at my goal weight. I love the way I look. If you see what I'm saying there, you really want to write them as if they have already happened, as if you've already achieved them. And I think it makes a big difference. Otherwise, it sounds more like a wish that you're putting out there, and you're going to work hard and you're going to achieve these goals. So write them out as if you've already achieved them, as if you can already see yourself living a life where you have already reached this goal. So I usually write out about 10 goals. And again, they are just kind of more broad goals. And next thing we do is my husband and I will sit down together, take a little bit of time, and this doesn't have to be hours upon hours. It takes us maybe half an hour, and we come up with a couple goals for our family. And I will be honest, most of the time these are more financial in nature, but sometimes we'll also have goals as in we want to be more active, or we want to spend more time together as a family, different things like that. So we set these family goals, and I will take some time and write those down somewhere as well. I'll usually hang them maybe in the pantry or in my office, or keep them in my planner so that I can refer to them throughout the year. You could even take some time and almost make a bucket list for the year of things that your family wants to do. Just sit there and dream and brainstorm together and come up with a couple goals. It doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe you just want to become debt-free. Maybe you want to save your emergency fund. Anything that you know is going to enrich your lives and bring you closer together as a family, I think would be great goals. They don't have to be financial in nature. That's just where ours are at this time in our lives. lives, but I know that will likely change over time as well. The next thing I do is I set up my planner. And if you're not a planner person, maybe you could skip this step, but I take some time and fill out my planner for the entire year because my husband has a really unique work schedule and it changes every single week. So it's imperative that I am very clear and have his schedule easily accessible so that I can plan accordingly. So I will take the time and fill out all of his days off, all of his vacations in my personal planner. And then I will do the same thing on our big calendar that we hang on the fridge so that it's there in the open for anybody to see the schedule when necessary. The next thing I do is I will create a whole new budget spreadsheet for us. Now, if you have purchased my monthly budget spreadsheet, then you know what I'm talking about. I will go in and create a whole new file, just copy it over. I will just say make a copy and then I will title it Budget 2020. And then I will go through, and I don't do all the months at a time, but I'll usually do a quarter at a time. So I'll maybe make 2 copies and title them January, February, March. This keeps everything easy, simple for me, and I have all of the years completely separate. So if I need to grab anything, I can find the year really easily and I can access whatever I need. Then I take the time and I print out all of the pages of a budget binder for a brand new year. I'm going to go ahead and link my video up here so you can see how I create my budget binder each year. And I will take all of the pages from 2019 and put them in a filing system so I can have them to refer back to the following year. And then at the end of the following year, I will likely just shred all that information because it's not something I need to keep forever. But I do like to have it on hand for the prior year in case I have any questions or I need to look back through anything. That way I have it there, I have it accessible, and I can get the information I need quickly and easily. So I will set up a whole new budget binder and label everything, print out all the pages I need, organize it in my binder just the way I like it, and fill out whatever information I need to fill out to get started for the year. And then that's ready for me every single month to do my budgeting as well. The next thing I do is obviously work on my taxes. So again, I'm filing my personal taxes plus the taxes for my business, and I like to sit down and do that at the end of the year. I am somebody that cannot have taxes looming over me for months. So I get my butt in gear and I get over to see my accountant very early in the year, almost always in January. That way my taxes are completed, send in whatever I need to send in. If I get a refund, I get that early on and I can move on with my life for the rest of the year. I do have a video with a whole bunch of tax tips that I actually keep up with throughout the year to make this a super easy and quick process at the end of the year. I will link that for you up here. You can check that out. And the last thing I can think of that I do every single year is I create a family yearbook. Now, this is something I started doing when my son was born. He was our second and last child. And once he joined our family, I really felt like our family was complete and almost as if the rest of our lives had begun. And I decided to create a family yearbook. This is just a photo book. I use our photos throughout the year, and I really try to commemorate every holiday we celebrate, every important event that happens in every family member's life, and any other just fun pictures that I really love. I will kind of throw those in throughout the pages. I'll tell stories on each page. It takes a ton of time, and I'm really ashamed to admit that I'm behind like 2 years. So I don't do this every year. I was doing this every year, but I have just really fallen short. So that's another one of my goals, is to get all of our photo books completely done, bring myself current and up to date, and then continue to do them each month as we go through the year. So at the end of each month, I want to take the time and do a couple pages from whatever photos I want to include for that specific month. And if I do it that way, it should probably only take me an hour a month instead of a good 10 hours when I sit down to do it all at one time. Well, I hope you guys found this video helpful or at least entertaining in some way. I know not everybody has specific things that they do each year to kind of close a year and start a new one, but I love to do that. It helps me gain some clarity, maybe find some closure from the year before, and really feel like I'm ready for a fresh start and ready to accomplish and grow and tackle a brand new year. If you guys have any tips or specific things that you do each year, I would love to hear them in the comments. I think it would be so fun, and I always pick up great tips from you guys as well. So maybe I will find some new things that I can do every year from your suggestions in the comments. If you liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. I want to thank you all so much for an amazing 2019. Thank you so much for every single video you have watched, every video you have liked, every comment you have left, every video you've shared or ad you've clicked on. It means so, so much to me, and I truly, truly appreciate your support. I hope you find value in my channel somewhere along the way, because that's what I'm here for. I really truly do want to help you guys through your own journeys, and I want to wish you an amazing, prosperous, happy, wonderful 2020. And I really look forward to getting to connect with you even more throughout the upcoming year. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.